This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
We talk with a representative from an organization that helps those with drug and alcohol addictions next. Hi everyone, and thank you for your time. I'm Ken Carr with your local information. Students in the Tamaqua Area School District will now have to wear masks to school. A vote of 6-3 at a board meeting reversed an earlier decision to go against the Department of Health's requirement for masks in schools. An article in the Standard Speaker says the district received a letter from the Department of Education warning them that they may face a suit and liability from kids who may get sick because of their decision to allow no masks, and from disabled children who wouldn't be able to go to school. There will be forms for students who wish to be exempt from the mask policy available on the district's website soon, and they will be due by October 1st. For more information on this story, read Jill Whalen's article at standardspeaker.com. Today's news feature is with a representative from Pathway to Recovery in Hazleton. Here's our Lisa Sugard.
I'm very pleased to welcome back our good friend Eileen Panzarella, who is the Prevention Director for Pathway to Recovery, which is a substance abuse treatment and prevention organization located in downtown Hazleton. Eileen is here today to talk about two important topics that are very popular for the month of September, and that is it's Recovery Month for those with a drug or alcohol problem, and it's also Fetal Alcohol Syndrome Awareness Month. So Eileen, thank you so much for being here with us. I guess let's start with Fetal Alcohol Syndrome Awareness Month for people who may not be aware of what that is. Tell us a little bit about that and what this month is for.
There's a lot of misconceptions about using alcohol during pregnancy, and really the safest thing is zero alcohol for 9 months. And that because of fetal alcohol syndrome, which can develop from, and really it can happen to some babies with a very small exposure to alcohol and other people with a larger amount of alcohol. We're really not sure about it, but it's just safe not to use alcohol at all, because there's physical things that happen. There's a low birth weight is one thing, and then there can be problems with the heart, kidneys, and other organs. And then there is also brain issues that happen during, if someone's drinking alcohol during the baby's brain development. And that leads to behavioral disabilities and intellectual disabilities of low IQ, learning disabilities, hyperactivity, poor reasoning skills. And that really leads to then lifelong issues that a person has with, poor social skills, being able to even live independently or keep a job in the future. So all of this affects a person throughout their life then. And really, they're saying maybe about 1 in 20 school children actually may have fetal alcohol syndrome disorder on that. So it's, something that affects a lot of children out there.
So this month, you're trying to get the word out about that as well. I mean, all year long as well, but especially this month. But this is also Recovery Month. So, I'm sure that encompasses a lot of different things when you're talking about recovery.
September Recovery Month, where we really want to celebrate people who have been able, they got themselves into treatment and they're succeeding and they're in recovery. And just to let people know that this is possible. Recovery is possible. We know addiction is a disease of the brain. It's retraining that brain, and it's difficult. It's a difficult process, but people are doing it and are achieving it. And that's the other thing too, is celebrating recovery. We really want to try to end the stigma of people using drugs and drug abusers, substance abusers. Because many times this happened, it was out of their control. We saw a lot of with the opioids. They were prescribed by doctors, and that's so they were legitimately taking them, and they didn't want to get addicted to them, but it was something that happened. And then once that disease of the brain happens, addiction has set in. But we are seeing people in recovery, and it's really just that special month of celebrating that recovery. And even with even relating to fetal alcohol, one of the reasons, some woman might be addicted to alcohol, and they might have an alcohol abuse problem. And so even though they're pregnant, it's hard for them to stop drinking, and they really need to get into treatment for that as well. So we really see it affects, addiction doesn't just affect one person, it affects the whole family.
For someone watching this that maybe, wants to take advantage of the services that are provided by Pathway to Recovery, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
They can just call us at, 570-455-9902. We have our receptionists will take their information. If they say, I need help, I think I have a drug or alcohol problem, what happens is there's first an evaluation done by one of our counselors, and they will determine the extent of the problem. And then after that, they'll make a plan moving forward, what type of treatment is needed. One of the things we're going to do this month too with fetal alcohol syndrome, we're going to be taking information to all of the local gynecology offices, women's health offices, and we'll be dropping off a little packet of information that women can grab there in the waiting rooms that we'll have out this month for them, so they could get more information on women's health and especially fetal alcohol.
Today's news feature is brought to you by Frankie's Pizzeria and Restaurant in downtown Hazleton. For more information on their specials, hours, and where you can find their delicious tavern pizza, you can call 570-454-6000, or you can visit their Facebook page.
In other news today, a local church is getting ready for an important and popular fundraiser. We were at St. John Bosco Church in Cunningham recently as they were getting ready for their annual flea market. Stop by the church this weekend for jewelry and collectibles, kitchen items, bedding, seasonal decor, sports equipment, luggage, picture frames, books, and more. Plus, they have delicious homemade foods that will be available for sale for breakfast and lunch.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Here's our forecast from the National Weather Service. On Friday, sunny with a high near 63 degrees. Friday night, patchy fog after 11 p.m., otherwise mostly clear with a low around 45 degrees. Saturday, areas of fog before 8 a.m., otherwise sunny with a high near 67 degrees. Saturday night, patchy fog after 11 p.m., otherwise partly cloudy with a low around 48 degrees. Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 64. Sunday night, mostly clear with a low in the upper 40s. Monday, mostly sunny with a high near 64 degrees, and Monday night, partly cloudy with a low around 49 degrees. Let's run to today's SSPTV Standard Speaker Scoreboard. Metaphorically, everyone relax at home. In girls cross country, Tamaqua and North Schuylkill got sweeps. For the Lady Raiders, Grace Steger-Merton took first place, and for the Lady Spartans, Kylie Schwalm, Katie McCormick, and Kaylee Roberts took the top 3 places. The North Schuylkill boys took 2 of 3 at a meet, with Justin Williams placing first for the Spartans. In girls soccer, Hazleton area scored a win over Pittston area. Haley Kashak scored the Lady Cougars 2 goals. Both were on set pieces. Gianna Barilla got the shutout in goal. In boys soccer, Tamaqua scored 6 in a win against Palmerton. Jacob Schleier had a hat trick for the Raiders. Marion, Shenandoah Valley, and Tamaqua also got wins in girls volleyball. Coming up, a preview of the Hazel Township Fall Festival and an interview with some of the members of the Hazleton Area High School boys golf team.
SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of Albert O. Antolik, age 82, of Drums. The Harmon Funeral Home will announce their arrangements.
Tonight's obituaries are being brought to you in part by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory, with 2 locations in Rockland and in Drums. 570-384-3312 or 570-788-0977. And go to harmonfuneral.com.